Can I eat that chip? Nope.
I could have. Missed opportunity. Rennie can fall asleep so quickly. They say it's proof you're a good soldier if you can sleep when you're told. I bet they've got a lot to talk about. First time in a year they've seen each other, just like me and the rest of Class 7. Moon's out tonight. Maybe I'll go get some fresh air. We'll be leaving early tomorrow too, so I need to make sure I'm not up too much longer. Talk to everyone still up. Come on, man.
Why are you...
Something like that.
There's someone outside? These voices don't sound like students. Sounds like both majors. Seems like there's someone there. Should I check?
That's enough, Claire. Though you have the Chancellor's protection, your actions today are only going to come back to bite you.
You don't understand, Michael. Show
Who's
yourself.
there?
That was careless of me. Forgive me, I didn't mean to overhear. Looks like those two have a history together. Green. Schwarzer. I don't appreciate your eavesdropping. Said my piece, but I advise you to really think this over. Unless you want what happened 10 years ago to shackle you forever. Ooh, is this where we get to hear Claire's backstory? I don't think we've gotten that yet. I'm really sorry, I just came out for some air. Well, I've got an early morning tomorrow. I should probably... Green. Can we talk, just for a little while? I want to continue our previous conversation. And we might as well do so in the light of the moon. Of course, you can tell me anything. We'll get voice acting for her story.
Michael Major Irving is my cousin.
Okay. Not the history that I was thinking of, but I'll take half credit for it.
He was born Michael Revelt.
I see now. You two do seem rather close.
We were, once. But 10 years ago, he took his mother's surname and abandoned the name Revelt. It was after I had the man who took my family away executed. That man was my uncle. His father.
What happened?
Perhaps you're familiar with the Revelt Company? They're known for making musical instruments. Well, they were originally located in St. Arc. My father was the president, and my uncle the vice president. The company was doing well, but more importantly, our family was happy. Until an horrible car accident. There weren't many of them on the roads back then. A stolen truck crashed into us. Then its driver disappeared into the night. In the end, they never found him. It became a cold case. My parents and my little brother died in that accident. But by some miracle, I survived, and my uncle's family took me in. After my father's death, my uncle took control of the company. Though I was grateful to him for taking me in, I couldn't help but ask myself, why was I the only one to survive? Soon after that, while looking through my father's things, I found the account books. Flipping through them, I noticed something strange. The Revelt Company prided itself on offering high-quality, carefully crafted instruments at an affordable price. But certain entries showed unbelievable spikes in profits. I had a feeling something was wrong, so I looked a little deeper. Each account book I read put things in starker relief. At last, I realized what my uncle had been doing right under my father's nose. He was making a fortune selling cheap, mass-produced instruments from abroad under the Revelt Company name. He even had the gall to commission a product he could sell as Maestro class to scam people out of even more money. I knew Father must have noticed his brother's wrongdoing and planned to question him. But before he could, the accident took his life. When I confronted my uncle about this, he was surprisingly candid. "You've got no proof. And if you did have any, I've got several powerful nobles ready to back me up should it come to that. Even if you talk, the most suspicious part of that accident is that you're the lone survivor. Good luck getting anyone to listen to you." I was angry, yes. But more than that, I was heartbroken. I didn't know what to do with myself. Until he showed up.
I was a friend of your father's in military school. I thought the accident seemed peculiar. Do forgive me for allowing you to suffer for so long on your own.
Somehow, he knew the truth behind the accident. But the fact that I knew took him aback for a moment. Until he said,
You have a gift, enhanced cognition. It allows you to grasp every detail, great or small, of any given situation in an instant. It must have awakened during the accident. I was going to mete out the murderer's punishment myself, but I've changed my mind. You have the means and the ability. Why not use them to avenge your family?
I was petrified when I heard this, lost. All I could see were the smiling faces of my parents and my beloved little brother. That's when I decided to take His Excellency's advice. I gathered every last scrap of evidence I could find against my uncle. I laid everything bare, the plot, the motive, the cover-up, the perpetrator. I had too much evidence to be silenced. I made my voice louder and louder until it reached Marquis Higharm's ears. Soon after, the nobles protecting my uncle stepped aside. My uncle's judgment was swift, harsh, and fair. He was put to death for his actions. I had my revenge. But it came at a price. I lost my family and my hometown. As soon as the company was in my control, I gave the rights to a longtime employee. All so I could enroll in the military academy suggested by His Excellency. All so I could enroll in Thors.
Claire. Another crazy backstory for another crazy person in this game. I finally understand both why you hold Chancellor Osborne in such high regard, and why once in a while I see sadness in your eyes. It seems to me like Major Michael is worried about you. His tone may have been harsh, but it came from a place of concern.
You're right. It was sheer coincidence that we both joined the RMP. But he's always looked out for me, both as a superior officer and as a colleague.
You're both majors. He ain't superior.
Not that I've ever felt like I deserved it. I gave in to my desire for vengeance and mercilessly sent my own uncle to his death. 10 years ago, my aunt and my cousins cursed my name as I robbed them of the man they loved. I imagine they must still hate me for what I did.
I don't think so. Not exactly. At the very least, it's clear that Major Michael really cares about you. Everyone who knows you well, even Instructor Sarah, who isn't your biggest fan, respects you too much to hate you. Milliam and Major Lecter, Elise and Princess Alphen. Yuna, the original Class 7, and me, of course. We all hold you in the highest regard.
Rean. You really are too kind. To be perfectly honest, you remind me of my brother.
What was his name?
Emil. His name was Emil.
We've heard that name before. I don't remember where.
If he were alive, I think he'd be about your age. Thank you for hearing me out. But I think tonight is the last time I'll compare you to my brother. It's disrespectful, both to him and to the man you've become. Good night, Rean. Sweet dreams.
Clara's had the hots for Rean for some time. Just another step closer to the Rean-Claire relationship. Although the spider web of women close to Rean is crazy. Am I dreaming? I'm seeing things. Must have been a mirage, a trick of the moonlight. A trick of the moonlight. You're a fool. Right, only cars before the second one are unlocked at night. Better safe than sorry. Only cars before the second one are unlocked. Before the second one. Okay, that's one. That's two. Didn't I already try one? I did already try one. Life is hard. Check out the rest of this place first before we talk to that person. There's Sarah. Like I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let's wake up Valimar. Rean, can't get to sleep? No, I just couldn't resist Wait, Otto? Wait, Otto? Where'd that...
Thing I showed you is called Zector. Sorry, that's the most I'm gonna say on that one.
What is Otto? Oh, there is an Otto! Yes! Hey Valimar, does the name Zector ring any bells? I feel as though I faintly remember that name. Yes. Though only a small fragment, I remember something. 250 years ago, during the War of the Lions, Zector was the name of the Divine Knight piloted by the 6th Prince. Just as I thought. Lucius Rice Arnor. He was the pilot of the Palatinate Knight. No, he did not pilot the Knight. The actual Awakener was the leader of a mercenary group hired by the Prince. He was a crafty individual, but he lent the Prince his power. I see. So there's even a parallel between him and the Jaeger King. Wasn't the Palatinate Knight destroyed by the Vermilion Apocalypse? Correct. As such, difficult to say whether the one you saw was the same one or not, but as long as the Black Workshop and the gnomes are involved, we can't rule anything out just yet. Yeah. I wish I at least knew whether they're friends or foes. Just because they're working against Ouroboros doesn't necessarily mean they're on our side. We'll simply need to pay close attention to their actions. If you come across any new facts, be sure to let me know. I may recall more information. Can do, thanks. Palatinate. Palatinate. Pille pare. As an instructor, shouldn't I have access to the keys? Sup, Sarah? Been a while. What's the matter? Can't sleep? Well, not exactly. It's just that there's so much going on, I need to sort all my thoughts. I know how that is. Hey, Reen, how about you have a little drink with me before bed? Sometimes a little room to breathe is all you need to sort yourself out. Here, I'll pour you a bit. The stuff will really kick you in the teeth, so you should probably just dip your tongue in to start out. Ooh, you weren't kidding.
It's Spiritus, liquor from Northumbria. Said to be the strongest drink in the world. Guess it's kind of hard to get much stronger than 96% though, huh?
If I'd taken a normal sip of this, I'd already be on the floor. But the stinging on my tongue is turning a little sweet.
Right? I knew you'd be able to appreciate it. Never thought the day'd come when I'd get to talk with you over drinks like this. That new Class 7 of yours, they're a good bunch of kids.
Yeah, they've got a long ways to go, though. I'm struggling as an instructor, too. I just wish I could guide them a little better.
They're all pretty unique kids, just like you guys were. But I know things will work out for you. I mean, come on. They were all so worried about you, they ran headlong after you.
I'm sure they had a bit of a push from a certain someone, though.
You already knew, didn't you? Who those purple Jaegers are.
Yup, I did. Yes. What they said brought back some complicated feelings. At first I wasn't sure. When I saw your reaction, I knew.
That's so. Guess I've still got a ways to go myself in that case.
Back then, during the Northern War, I couldn't do a thing. I spent all my time getting rid of all the archaisms that were let loose on the city. All the higher-ups in the Northern Jaegers, the one who worked with Ouroboros, got away. If I'd captured them, Northumbria's government would have called for a ceasefire. Could have stopped the annexation.
That's a nice little scenario, Reen. But you know it's a load of bull, don't you? The annexation of Northumbria was done under the Imperial government's orders. Way I hear it, General Le Guin agreed to take the place over to keep the provincial armies from being disbanded. The outcome was decided from the start.
That's...
In the middle of that farce of a war, you managed to save the lives of tens of thousands of citizens. And the Jaegers you met today? I think they know that. But maybe it was impossible from the start. Fixing a country already being destroyed from within by Jaegers. You probably knew that too.
Ooh.
Whoopsie. Well, you see, he was... he was my first love.
Really?
Well, actually, he was the closest thing I had to a dad. Way back during the Northumbrian disaster, when the salt pail covered so much of the Principality in a storm of salt, a man took in an orphaned infant. He was a former colonel in the army, and one of the people who founded the Northern Jaegers.
Looks like we're getting the Sarah backstory, too.
As soon as I was old enough to understand anything, I knew that Jaegers who came back with foreign currency were considered heroes. The man who raised me was one of the leaders of the Northern Jaegers, the heroes of our homeland. I looked up to my dad more than anyone. Wanting to be just like him, I joined a juvenile Jaeger Corps at the age of 10. After a few years of harsh training, I was admitted to the main corps at the tender age of 13. It was there that I experienced my first real battle. It was hell. A field of death, where lives are tossed aside to satisfy someone else's desires. There I lived, smoke and blood painted across my body. And there I stayed, eventually becoming the Jaeger known as the Purple Lightning. But after a while, it reached a point where I couldn't take it anymore. When I was 18, I was assigned command of a squad. We had a mission near Erebonia, fighting some proxy war on behalf of the nobles. The enemy was Needhogg. My squad was destroying them, but just when we thought victory was ours. Our efforts to avoid dragging any civilians into the fight left us open to a counterattack. We got hit hard. And then my dad showed up and saved me. Even though he was serving as the commander for the entire corps, he came to our rescue and suffered a fatal injury for it.
Do you see now? This is the fate of all Jaegers. You must think long and hard on whether you wish to continue down this path.
It could have been because he was once part of the Principality's army, but he was quite the gentleman. Now that I think back, he never seemed to like the fact that I became a Jaeger. Anyway, he left me with those final words and passed away in my arms. I screamed and screamed until my voice gave out, until I passed out from utter exhaustion. When I woke up, I was in an Imperial Army camp.
Was that when Instructor Beatrix treated you?
Yeah. Apparently they were there to check on the damage caused by all the Jaegers fighting. Neidhart and Mueller-Vander, who were both second lieutenants back then, were there too. They told me the battle had been over for a while, and all my comrades had already packed up and left for home. Hadn't even thanked them before rushing back to my hometown. And what greeted me when I got there were celebrations and congratulations from my friends and the townsfolk. We had lost my father, but we won the war we were hired for. The nobles had given us an enormous pile of Mira. That meant we wouldn't die of starvation during the coming winter. I was relieved, but my tears just wouldn't stop. In order to save my hometown from poverty, I covered myself in the smoke of war and the blood of innocents in foreign lands. Seeing the smiles on the faces of everyone in town and knowing the cost cut me deep. It was right then that I decided to quit being a Jaeger and leave my hometown. I joined up with the Bracer Guild, knowing I could put my combat skills to work and make some decent Mira if I hit A rank. That way I could send some money back home. Money that wasn't stained with blood.
I finally understand the true origin of your strength and kindness.
I'm not strong or kind, but I think I've finally started to get closer. Little by little. Closer to being like the man I admired so much. My dad. My commander. And my first love.
Sarah. But it makes sense now. No wonder you fall for all the silver foxes.
Yeah? No getting around the fact that I've got myself the daddy of all father complexes. But you know, lately I found myself attracted to some younger guys. You got me talking too much. You don't watch yourself, you could make a real dangerous womanizer. Oh, and I'll have you know, I don't really appreciate being second after Little Miss Major.
Oh!
Well, with that, I bid you good night and sweet dreams.
I got bodied right there. Sarah's the one, though. What a day. Not surprising that my eyes are wide awake, but for some reason my heart feels lighter now. I think I'll be able to sleep well tonight. I'd better head back to my room. Oh man, Sarah's the one.
you and George really saved my bacon that time.
Seems like things are going well. And no wonder. They haven't seen each other for a year and a half.
Is that Reen I sense lurking out there?
Oh? Why don't you come in, silly?
Like I underestimated you. Angelica, that's my thing. Seems like you've really been sharpening your martial arts skills, huh, Angelica? Yeah, I went and visited a bunch of different schools and have connections with Taito. I think I've pretty much packed my head full of kung fu by now. No wonder your movements are so sharp now. You're able to meet with your master again, right? The one who's first taught you Taito. Yeah, he's from Calvard, so it's pretty hard to get over there to see him. But I was able to talk with him talk with him about quite a few things while I was there, so it was a good trip. I don't really understand anything about martial arts, but were you able to finish your cross-continental motorcycle trip? I haven't been able to hit everywhere just yet. I went around Le Burle, Remiferia, Orid, Le Mans, and Arteria. Then from there, I was able to make it to the central eastern part of the continent. But Eastern Zemuria is kind of a tough nut to crack. Eastern Zemuria, I've only heard stories. It seems like the desertification has gotten worse and there's less and less land where people can live. That's why there's been such an influx of immigrants moving into Calvard. Actually, Master Yoon, my teacher, is there right now. Oh, is that so? That's what I'd expect from the founder of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school. I asked the local guild branch out there, and they said it'd take me half a year to get to the east by land. I was worried about what was going on at home here too, so unfortunately I had to give up on heading that way. Master Yoon said something like that in the letter he sent me. The dragon veins are nearly depleted. Those were the words he used. Seems like they have a lot to deal with over there too. If the Empire wasn't in such a state, I would have loved to go there and help too. I was actually talking about this with George too. If it's even possible to use our technology to support Eastern Zemuria and stop the desertification there. Once things are finally settled and done here in the Empire, it might be something for us and all of you guys from Class 7 to look into. Angie. You truly are something, Angie. But you're right. We've got to help. We've gotten help from a lot of people from other countries. So someday we have to make sure we're not just contributing to the Empire, but to the entire continent of Zemuria. Right? Gotta dream big. After that, Reen, Tao, and Angelica all reminisced about their school days together. Once they had finished their trip down memory lane, Reen bid them good night and left the room. Hold on, I wanna save real quick. Okay, 3 o'clock. 8.5 hours, pretty much. Making some good time. Still not on the second day, I might add. Looks like it's gonna happen about right here, but man, taking a long time. Oh, I'm really hoping the second day doesn't last too long with the shenanigans in the early days.
This is truly an honor.
Because I want to get to the craziness with the council.
Here, a reward.
Hades!
Good work out there.
Great. Alright, I just saved, but this is a better save. What can I say? I'm a saving fanatic. Hold on a second. You're taking one of our bikes. What are you doing? The next morning, Sarah, Angelica, and Claire left the camp. Angelica went to Ortis for the provincial conference, and Major Claire returned to Heidendalar. Sarah, meanwhile, made for Raquel to continue her search for the Jaegers. And... What? Are you telling me the range for today's missions is the entire area we went around yesterday? Yeah, I received a request for our second day from Brigadier General Wallace. They know what's going on with the Jaegers, so there's no need for us to investigate that any further. Let's check out our requests and do our patrols. Understood. The tasks on the second day have usually been fairly exhausting. But it's nice that this time appears to be more normal. Yeah, for real. Our first camp gets ambushed. Then, first our camp gets ambushed, then the tower gets attacked. Well, we certainly won't be able to let our guards down this time either. Make the most of this lull and knock out as many of these requests as we can. We can use the bikes to get around, so we should have plenty of time. Very well, let's see what requests we have. Semi-required? Okay. Ooh, a mock battle. Is that from Ferris? That was probably from Ferris. This one seems kind of weird. Gigantic monster that appears and vanishes suddenly. Could it be? Reminds me of the cryptid we'd encountered in Crossbell. Yeah, let's check it out if we have the time. Near the valley, maybe I should contact Sarah. This other one is a training request from Juno Naval Fortress. It would appear we'll be practicing against provincial army soldiers. Sounds like my idea of a good time. They're supposed to be pretty good, yeah? I guess we can ask them about yesterday while we're there, so I'm fine with that. Looking at all our options makes it difficult to decide where to go first. Yeah, but there's no rush. Take your time. Alright, with that, Day 2 of our Special Ops missions has officially begun. Yeah. Our requests for the second day of the field exercises are all semi-required requests. You will be able to progress the story once you have completed at least 2 of these requests. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's a tower heist. Man, if Tower ever gets kidnapped, I'm gonna be saying that for days. No, I'm already saying it. Am I done with reading side quests? I feel like I'm done reading side quests. He's got some comrades or whatever. We can consult our quest thing. Well, I guess this is what I get for skipping like the very first one. Civil whale fleet was broken up by the government after the Civil War and thought of was scattered forever, blah blah blah. One of Leonora's comrades from her days with the escort fleet. I wonder if there's a way to get Leonora's feelings across to him. Okay. Gotta find some dude. I'm sure he's marked with a thingamabobber. The Derflinger. Alright, let's get the stepping. Which one do I want to do? Let's see. So we got 2 battles, and then we got Ferris. And it is burning up. Feels like there are less people around than yesterday afternoon, compared to the evening as well. I told you guys, this place wakes up when the sun goes down. I'm sure most of the people who work here are sleeping now. Oh, I see. We'll see more of a crowd as the day goes on then. It was up north, right? That monster sighting? I don't want you to think of this as some run-of-the-mill request. If we're going to exterminate it, we need to be prepared. Of course, Instructor. Your Bracer friend said she was in town, yes? Perhaps we should ask her if she knows anything about the Jaegers. Good idea, she's probably at the bar right now. Alright, let's get moving. I should bring it with me. Okay. Go check out Homeboy Slice's crib. You can bring it. Guess I can bring this with me. Ash collected the photo. Oh, you're taking that along. Did you not bring pictures with you previously? I was kind of swamped with actually enrolling. But yeah, since I'm here, I'll be sure to put it somewhere nice when we get back. And keep it in a waterproof case until we get there. You gotta tell me twice. Okay, well, you've got it. Semi required. Let's talk to Sarah Valestein. Look at you, all up all bright and early. Looks like you're ready to seize the day. Oh hey, Instructor Sarah. Thank you for yesterday. You arrived this morning, I take it? Yep. And I know I'm just sitting here waiting for a call from the guild. There's something that's been bothering me, but that's not something important right now. Just give me a shout if you need anything, that's what I'm here for. Thanks, we will. Instructor Sarah must be bothered by the Northern Jaegers' involvement and all. Oh. Thought she was gonna be like, oh, let me come along with you guys. And I'll be like, oh, let's bring you along with us. Alright, let's go do some damage to a Buster. Just up ahead is where that monster was spotted. It said it was just off the road to the canyon to the north. Area with particularly rough terrain. Weird. I've never heard of any beasts setting up camp there. A giant monster, right? Let's just kill the thing. We fought 2 cryptids in Crossbell, so this could be another one. Feels a lot more dangerous than the one we fought yesterday. That I'd like to see. Is this monster related to the Floroma grass? No, they should only be in Crossbell. I've never even seen them a couple of years ago. Well, all we know is that this is one heck of an enemy. I think we can handle it as a class. Everyone will have to take care of it, or someone will have to take care of it, but if you'd rather that be the Provincial Army, that's perfectly fine. Think about what you want and decide as a team. We're investigating. In that case, sounds like you're about to tackle one big baddie. Dr. Sarah. Look who decided to crash the party. Like I said before, I got time to kill while I wait for a call from the guild. Any problem if I tag along? Hey, you will? By all means. You kidding? We don't need a bracer. We just might. She's far more skilled than any of us. Yes, but with her we might not have to do a thing. I can't seem to agree. If I may chime in, getting rid of monsters is all a part of being a bracer. And if I ever get in the way, I'll just watch. Sound good? But really, there's something I want to check up on. Like what? It's your decision, but I would recommend letting her join. Never hurts to have insurance when you don't know what you're up against. Also, it's also a chance for you to see the skills of a top-ranking bracer. Her abilities are far beyond mine. Flattery will get you everywhere, my dear. I'd hesitate to say I'm far beyond you these days, though. Well then, let's just say that I'm still early in my career. I vote to let her come with us. You okay with that, Ash? That's what floats your boat. I'm eager to see why you're called the Purple Lightning. I'm glad you'll be with us. Would you kindly tell us more about Instructor Rean in his boyhood years? I guess that's fine. Sure isn't. Alright, off to the canyon. Yeah. Please join the party. Side looks fairly run down. I expect it was often used at one point. Dunno. But these days, everyone just travels by train. Who would walk all the way to Jirai from here when you've got wheels? So you can get all the way northwest from here. Jirai's a special economic zone like Crossbell, right? Right. It's a fraction of the size, but it's a bustling city. I need to investigate where that cryptid was last seen. Oops, got sidetracked. Take out the map. I haven't gone out that way much. Only time I can think of is when I jacked up some thieves with some friends once. Why were you doing that? I just knew you were a wild child. Let's see if you can jack up a cryptid the same way. Or have you lost all your moves? You'll see. I got more moves than you pros. Good job using trash talk to fire him up, Instructor. We will now officially begin our investigation on the cryptid. Keep in mind, though, that we can always go back to town and regroup if we need to. Use me and Instructor Sarah wisely to achieve success. Sir, off we go. Throwing her straight into the party. Make no mistake.
Let's get going.
Understood.
Go.
I'll show no mercy.
And I've got a battle scope.
I got this. Here
We
we
could probably
go.
just auto battle this one.
It's down.
It's mine.
Now!
This one's mine.
Although there's no friendly fire.
Take this! Now!
This one's mine.
Now!
This one's mine. Yeah.
Sit! Yeah! Behold the Vander style. Let's get going.
Understood.
Go.
We got him now. Now straight to the pit. Now!
An opening!
This is the end!
It's my turn!
Let's see.
Ha!
Go ahead and throw that in there.
All right!
And throw this in here. Time to ride? It is time to ride.
Very well. Eight's down.
It's mine!
It's my turn. Ah! It's down!
This one's mine!
This is it!
They keep coming!
We can auto battle this one.
Hey! Here's our chance!
An opening! Ha! Ha!
There! Ha! Let's move on.
That's a big boy right there.
There! They're in disarray. Second full.
It's my turn.
See some other stuff of Sarah's.
This one's on the house!
I feel like that one was called something different.
Very well. Cha! Eight's down.
Sure.
At once.
All right! Set! Striker! Our chance!
Too slow. Sit.
Whew.
Everyone okay?
Here I go!
My turn.
I got this!
Sarah's just too much of a boss. Anytime she's in the party, I gotta use her.
Looks like we hit the jackpot.
That's Crusade R. That seems like an upgrade. Brian's front here, we don't need to go there. Oh, can't even see that. There's where our monster is most likely. Yeah, I'm ready. That's it. Yep, exactly as described. Runus Lightning Beast, Urk Ganon. Urk Ganon. A beast like cryptid. Looks aggressive. Well, yes, but why are there scarlet Floroma grass here? Thought that plant was unique to Crossbell. Were there similar reports on the guild's end? No, not exactly. I'd heard of the Empire's Magic Knights being sighted in Crossbell. Football and I only figured the opposite could happen too. And you two were dead on. This is really interesting. Not really. We just need to kill the cryptid and do some gardening like last time. That's right. This looks like a new species though, so be on your guard. I'll leave how we approach this to you. Understood, I'm ready. My guy looks like a top dog. Said I was ready for it, but guy looks like a top dog. Can't be too careful.
Do be careful.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
Not on my watch!
I got this!
Interesting.
Lightning, charge me up! Ah!
I'm up! Spirit unification! It's my turn! Sit!
Here I go!
Right.
Form up! Iron Will formation!
It's my turn!
Start spreading out.
Let's go!
It's my turn. Now!
An opening! It's my turn! Sit! It's down!
This one's mine! It's my turn!
Alright, y'all two bring the ruckus. We're gonna bring the battle scopes. Cryptid that resembles a large tiger. Its lightning-clad front paws can burn anything to a crisp. This guy looks really cool. I'll give him that. Ooh, he's weak against fire.
Very well. Yeah! Eight's down!
It's mine!
Ooh, you still hit him.
There it is! I got this!
Let's go! Sit!
Here I go!
Guy doesn't have that many HP. And you done
Take
messed
this!
up.
Now!
This one's mine!
It's my
Oh,
turn.
no. Sarah counterattack, eh?
Let's go! Ha! My turn!
Move you into the back here. Oh dear.
It's my turn.
The Reen has something there, so...
My turn!
Break through! Sledgehammer!
Very well.
Okay.
There!
Keep forgetting about this turbo mode that they have
Here I
access
go.
to. Catches me off guard quite a bit.
You can't escape! Fire!
I'm up! Form up! Iron Will formation! Let's go! Ah! It's down!
This one's mine!
I got this.
You've got a... You do not. You do not. Alright. We're just gonna kill it then. Have we seen Laura's?
Time to get a little serious. Ah! Northern Lightning! That make you feel all tingly?
Very well.
Alright, so we just need one more.
It's my turn!
Okay. Let's just screw that up.
Yeah! Our chance!
Too slow!
Behold, the dual blades of Vander.
Guess we'll do that
Now!
for a crit. Just screw everything up.
This.
Oh my gosh.
It's my turn.
No casting for you?
Crimson Slash!
Yeah!
Sarah's portrait looks a lot like Yuna on that turn order up there. A lot. Or are you against blind? There's a chance.
Yeah!
It's my turn.
Once again, have me at a disadvantage.
Scatter your foes! Light speed flash!
I got this.
It's my turn. Crimson Slash! Let's go.
All right! Arcus activate!
It's my turn.
It's my turn. Crimson Slash! Very well.
Good thing Reen can just repeatedly do that.
There!
It's mine!
It's my turn.
It's my turn.
Man, when is that buff gonna go away?
It's my turn!
Ah, I keep doing that. Life is hard.
Very well.
Oh, Home Chick Slice was the one to do that. Looks like we're all gonna die.
Form up! Iron Will formation! My turn.
Unless... yeah. 90% interrupt on his auto attacks. Or 60. I remember exactly what he has.
I'm up! Crimson Slash!
This guy really wants to cast stuff.
Very well. Ha! Eight's down.
It's mine!
There we go. There's the break.
I got this.
Here's our chance.
An opening!
Alright, well,
let's go.
Unfortunately, we have to wait this long, and he's gonna die like right here.
This is it!
But would have got infinite turns right here. The life is hard.
We did it, Instructor Sarah.
You sure have grown up.
Sarah carried us. And by carried us, I mean she did okay.
All right, got it.
Yeah, I
But
did
she'll
it!
always be the bomb.
Woohoo!
I grew a little.
Good work. Purple lightning. Darn it, she's a powerhouse too. This is what it means to be an A-rank bracer. I'm at a loss for words. So these are the spiritual plants that were blossoming during the Independence thing in Crossbell. Reminds me of the spirit veins in the Infernal Castle. Yes, but those things, those are things of the past. So why are these still blooming? Let's get rid of it as we see it. Fine by me. Just want a few samples. Should we inspect the area? Yeah, there could be more. Go ahead. It'd be stupid not to look when it's this close to town. Let's split up. Group searched the area for more Floroma grass before confirming there was none. We returned to Raquel with Sarah. Thank you so much for helping us. You know, I learned a lot just from observing you. A little less graceful than I heard, but hey, I'm impressed by how much experience you all have. Tell that instructor of yours to keep up the good work. We plan on it. I'd like for him to give us all kinds of new experiences. Thanks for coming along, instructor. You really helped us out. Mind if I left the Scarlet Floroma grass to you? Glass. Not at all. You've got your hands full, so I can take care of it. Good luck with your missions, okay? I'll be at the Hermit with a drink in hand, so just give me a shout if you need me. I ran out of my drink. Man, she's so cool and mature. She and Major Claire show that beauty comes in many forms. Sure, if you're into someone who acts like a beer-guzzling old man. Hey, I can still hear you. He doesn't even need a hearing aid. You just need to learn to lower your voice. And to have a filter. In any case, we've officially cleared our mission. Excellent work. Thanks. Let's continue with our field exercises. Hey. Okay. Let's do this one. I have a feeling this one's going to be obnoxious. So we'll save the best for last. Oh, as a matter of fact. I need to home this area for peoples. For that side quest. Oh, for some reason I thought this was the harbor. I'm pretty sure I need to go to the harbor. And a swing and a miss. Okay. You're not the guy. You're not the guy. You're not the guy. And you're definitely not the guy. Where would I find the person I'm looking for? His name is Jutta. And none of these people are very helpful. Curins. Okay. Nothing here either. Where else? I guess he could be at the naval base. Assuming they let me inside.